Norwegian just after Second World War was still quite poor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were the peasants, and suddenly you guys dug oil and.
Absolutely, yeah. My grandfather was like a whale catcher on a boat, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then my other grandfather, they were farmers. Yeah. No, true. With
true.
like a spear gun, and he shot his arm off. His right arm was just ripped off in the spear on the front of the boat. Yeah, look at your face. I hope we're filming this way. Yeah, so he had just one arm the last part of his life.
Okay.
And then he decided to become a painter.
Hello, welcome to Comedy with an Accent podcast. I'm your Taiwanese comedian, Kuan-wen. I interview comedians who perform English stand-up comedy but who are not native English speakers, or they can have very distinct British regional accent. This podcast is all about comedy, about accent, about languages, and about the comedy technique. So stay tuned if you're interested. Hello, good morning. Well, it doesn't really matter because you might be hearing this in the evening, but welcome back to the Comedy with an Accent podcast. I'm going to be super disciplined today because we're going to do a short recording. Today's guest is our first repeating nationality, so you're our second Norwegian.
I saw that! You had the other 50% of the Norwegian comedians in London.
I know, it's a small country, right? But this guy is so special.
Damn Thor Stenhaug!
You'll look it up. You know it's Thor. Okay.
Yes.
Did you not say Thor?
Odin
Okay,
Stenhaug.
let me introduce it in a conventional and tacky way. This act has been the winner of 2012 New Acts of the Year.
2022?
22, yes,
Oh my
2022.
I wasn't born in 2012.
Surely you. Oh my God, I already missed 1 minute in the entire recording. And with his old partner, their show was crowned the best comedy Brighton Fringe 2016. Is that right?
Yeah, with Zack.
Okay, without further ado, I'm going to introduce Viggo Venn. That is a cue for you to speak.
Oh, sorry, I don't know
My intonation.
your body language. You have such a strong accent. I don't understand anything.
Okay, Viggo.
Yeah, here I am. I'm Viggo. I'm the second Norwegian comic after Thor Stenhaug.
I know you have this urge to perform and to please.
I'm just tired and it's early morning.
But Juliet and I are not your audience today, so you have to declown yourself.
It's you there listening. I'm here performing for you.
Your urge to perform. We are doing a recording. I mean, we do need to be funny because otherwise there's some episode. Ooh, they're so dry. And on video, I have a giant bend because I have a super enormous spot. It's like a Mount Vesuvius is gonna erupt, but I try to pop it.
Okay, wow.
Nothing comes out.
Oh, it's raining out. Oh my God, it's raining. Oh, it's all over your shirt.
This is gonna be a challenging recording because my cat just couldn't stop performing comedy. Right, Viggo, how are ya?
Good to see you, Kuan-wen.
Good to see you, but your name is not pronounced Viggo in Norwegian, is that right? Because if Thor is pronounced Thor, I wouldn't imagine Viggo to be...
Goddamn, stop mentioning Thor!
Viggo, how do I pronounce your name in Norwegian?
Yeah, I can't pronounce it correctly, actually, because I toured with this guy, Zack, no? We did Zack and Viggo, and he told me, you're saying your own name wrong. Because my name is Viggo Venn, but I say Viggo Venn. No?
Is that a Norwegian?
Like your name, Kuan-wen, is with a W, no?
Yeah.
Kuan-wen. And that's how I say my name, Viggo Venn.
But in Norwegian, is that how...
No, Viggo Venn. I just don't know the difference between W and V. We are basically called the same when I say it.
No, we are not.
Viggo Venn, Kuan-wen.
This is
we
such
might
a
be
challenging
related.
episode.
Hello.
I'm going mental.
It's a clown in the studio.
Oh my God. Right, to the podcast out there, be careful when you try to invite a clown to your recording because they're gonna... Stop it! No, you can't. No, all right.
We are brothers.
Do you not remember one thing?
Kuan-wen and Viggo Venn.
You moved, because we did a sound test when you were at your original position. So now that you moved, Julia has to come back and check the sound still working. Oh my.
Julian, a big thumbs up from Julian.
All right. In standard Norwegian, how do you pronounce the V?
V.
V.
But I pronounce it W.
Yes,
because
your
I
personal.
am, how do you say when you are a bit Norwegian? bit, you know.
This is not a character. I'm talking to the real person.
I am. Yeah, this is me, man.
No,
we are brothers. I'm telling you, Kuan-wen, Viggo Venn.
I want you to be the exact person I was talking to in a lift coming up to the studio.
I was hilarious in the lift.
You were not hilarious. You were plain, right? Okay. You were bland. I'm just joking. Do not try to make me laugh. I try to ask you something. Please, I'm begging you. This clown! Get out of the country!
My English is not so good. I feel like every Norwegian has this proper English or American accent, but me, I just...
Well, no, Thor didn't.
Stop mentioning Thor Stenhaug, the great Norwegian comic.
Okay, let me rephrase the question.
Honestly, Thor has a beautiful British accent, in my opinion, no? I saw you slowly shaking your head there, yeah.
Anyway, how is name Viggo supposed to be pronounced in Norwegian?
Viggo.
Viggo.
Yep.
And you used to pronounce your own name as Viggo.
Yeah, but I like Viggo, though. I just call myself Viggo here, so I can say, yeah, like, we go to the bar, you know?
Oh.
So that they get it.
Okay, so you are from the industrial suburbia.
Yeah, and you might be from there as well, because we might be brothers, because you're Kuan-wen, and my name is Viggo Venn, no? So...
You know that Joe has lost any sort of potency about 10 minutes ago. The joke is not working.
Have you seen what jokes I do on stage?
You have to stop treating it as a flop. Is that okay? You have to...
I do the same joke. I'm going to do it the rest of the recording, ladies and gentlemen. I'm leaving with this joke. I need to go see a
therapist after this recording. This is just too much.
It's great that you're still listening to this, by the way. Sorry.
It's okay. It will be edited. I don't know how I'm going to edit it.
You're not allowed to edit it.
I might just burn the episode. Okay. Viggo? Viggo. I'm going to still call you Viggo. Sorry for that. The question is, do you think you have an accent when you speak English? On stage or off stage?
On stage, I have a big idiot accent.
Yes.
And off stage, same.
Not quite.
Yeah, maybe a bit more on stage, yeah.
You really, really exaggerate your Norwegian accent.
Yeah, I just feel it gives me such a idiot quality, and I love it. I perform in Norwegian as well, in Norway, but I love it here.
Oh, can you describe the difference? So, you're happy to portray yourself as an exotic alien performer here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But back in Norway, do you assume a particular region?
You say that. You are doing the same, no?
I am. Yeah. And that's why I feel I have the legitimacy to interview other foreign comedians about this before someone else snatched the idea from this podcast. But back in Norway, you can't just be Norwegian. If you want to be you can, but if you want to be particular, do you assume a particular regional or like an accent associated with certain social class in a way?
No, I'm just, you had Radu Isaac on this podcast, no?
Yes.
He has a joke like that I love this joke. He said, I came to London, became Romanian. Have you heard this joke?
That's actually from Victor Petrosky.
Oh, that's Victor Oh, yes.
They're about two famous Romanian comedians in London.
It's Victor Paskran. Sorry. Still great though, Victor's joke when he was in Romania, he was just a guy, and then he came to London and became a Romanian.
Yes, you know what? This joke was also heavily featured in Thor's episode, but I had to cut it out.
Ah, okay. We'll cut this as well.
But now I found this is now my shtick. I just keep mentioning Thor's thing just to piss you off.
Do not mention Thor!
Okay, so back to the question. When you perform in Norway, do you assume a particular accent for comedic effect?
No. So it's exactly like that. In Norway, I'm just a normal guy. But here, I have this stupid... people believe that I'm stupid a bit more than I am, which is great.
So you're just a fool. You're just like a fool on stage in Norway.
Yeah, but less so there than here.
But here, okay, so this is where it gets funny because I don't know much about clowning.
You know now, though.
I don't. So my first question before I go further is it insulting if I describe you as a clown? You are an entertainer, a great comedian with a really solid clowning training. So I wouldn't necessarily go clown specifically, but it's not offensive to call you.
No. You can call me clown all day.
So Viggo was trained with the famous École Philippe Gaulier.
Oh, wow.
Well, so,
your accent is very good. Your accent specific.
I'm so exhausted. Anyway, so you're a typical sort of default position of a clown or a fool on stage. Why do you want to highlight to the British audience the fact that you're a Norwegian clown rather than just a generic clown?
Right, yeah. I think you probably have this as well, that your words are a bit limited and your accent is between you and your idea that you have in your head. You're faster in, what do you speak? Mandarin?
Mandarin,
Right?
yes.
So you're much faster there. And also British people perceive you to be a bit dumber than you are, at least that's in my opinion. And I am, because I have like 500 words and not 5,000. So I find it so nice to be a foreign idiot from somewhere else, you know? But sometimes people ask me after, oh, are you doing a Norwegian character? I was like, wait, what? This character, I'm stuck with this character. It's me.
Yeah.
And I am limited in English, you know? I am a bit stupider in English because I have not so many words.
Really? It doesn't sound like it though. 'Cause I
nice.
guess for the young people these days, they're very used to foreigners having an accent, but I don't think people necessarily equate having an accent to a more limited vocabulary. It could actually be that the foreigners speak English with better grammar or a richer vocabulary for university graduate level.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, but I don't think they necessarily equate that. When you're saying
Not in my case, though.
Not in your case. So this was a decision you made to lower the audience expectation or easier for you to manage?
I just think it's more easy to play a bit stupid and naive here because they already think I'm a bit stupid and naive, no?
Yeah, but then...
Because I'm some foreign guy who just arrived here, you know?
Yeah, but in your mind, when you make that decision, do you think that this sort of idiotic behavior, you contribute that to you personally as a person or to the wider Norwegian stereotype? There's a difference there.
Yeah, no, to me, yeah.
Because your intention may be very different from the actual result, and every single member of audience can perceive your act in a different way.
Yeah.
So some may think that, oh, this comedian's really funny, and some may say that, oh, Norwegians are funny. Like,
right.
People can come to their own conclusion.
But you know, this Thor Stenhaug, he is not funny. No, he is. Yeah, I hope it's both. No, I hope I can bring golden glory back to the Norwegians, because we are famous for being very boring.
So are when they see though?
Oh yes, man.
Okay.
No? Wait. What do you think of Finnish, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway? They are
blonde and huge cocks. I can entertain you in my way. It's not always physical comedy, it's misdirection. The reason I asked this, the very first Norwegian comic I noticed on the UK circuit, who has now kind of disappeared because he's doing big thing in America, Daniel Simonson, right? And he played out,
Daniel.
Yeah, he played out that, oh, Norwegians are boring, well, oh, silly image.
No, but it's true. Yeah. Have you done a show in Norway?
No.
Because I do the same stuff, some of it, in both places, and people laugh less, or they laugh more, but it takes a little bit longer for them to open up, which I think is just part of the culture.
I did something really nice. I almost want to insult you by saying, no, I'd never gig in Norway, but I was invited to perform in Sweden once, but I had COVID, I couldn't go.
Do not mention Sweden!
Okay, so Sweden and Denmark, which one do you hate?
Sweden. I hate Sweden.
Why?
Sweden is the worst country in the world. Not just like a brother, you know?
But you got the oil. What do you want? Like, you prove that your life...
Oh, no, we are the bigger
life
brother.
Is better without them, right?
No, Sweden is so much cooler.
You don't have to share the oil with Sweden, where Scotland had to share with England, right? It's a very different thing.
Right. But Sweden is... Swedes are much cooler than Norwegians, and Danish people are even cooler. You know, Danish people are part of Europe. They are a bit more cultivated. They're full of life. They're
fun.
Yeah, they are fun. Whereas we are a bunch of farmers. And then
used to be,
and then now we are farmers with oil on their feet, no, or something like that.
So you're saying that there's a bit of a Nordic nouveau riche thing. Is it in a national psyche though? Is that how they see themselves?
As farmers?
As they don't have as a long past as Swedish. Sweden has been a rather prosperous society for a while, right?
Yeah.
And Norwegian, just after Second World War, was still quite poor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were the peasants, and suddenly you guys dug oil and...
Absolutely, yeah. My grandfather was like a whale catcher on a boat, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah. And then my other grandfather, they were farmers. Yeah. No, true. With
true.
like a spear gun, and he shot his arm off. His right arm was just ripped off in the spear on the front of the boat. Yeah, look at your face. I hope we're filming this way. Yeah, so he had just one arm the last part of his life.
Okay.
And then he decided to become a painter. Such a stupid thing to be with just one arm. Climbing up a ladder, painting with one
Can I
arm.
just say that, wow, it's a really beautiful story. This rapid transformation of society.
Yeah.
Is it true that Norwegians are self-conscious of that? As in they have not been...
We're not self-conscious, we are, but it's a good thing. And the difference between Norway and Venezuela is that the natural resources belongs to everyone, no? So it's not like oligarchs or anything. That's why I think it works, the social... You heard about this stuff, no? That you have free education and blah, blah, blah.
This is perfect.
It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it does give everyone an opportunity, which is good.
Yeah, but when you assume that sort of slightly idiot character, is it part in the national psyche that people are still conscious they have not been generations of well-off, more advanced country?
No, not really. I don't think so.
You don't think
so?
so?
No, I think we are smart.
Yeah, but you really exaggerate it because you're trying to say, well, it is true because when you perform the same joke, you get less laughter in Norway. So Norwegians are more boring. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think it's UK, though, that inside them there's this ridiculousness, appreciation of the silly, of ridiculousness. Just like Monty Python is from here, no? Tommy Cooper, you know this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm reading his book. Part of British comedy is
I agree. I'm gonna
highbrow
be
and super lowbrow.
Yes,
and that's good for me.
I'm gonna be honest.
Very lowbrow.
I know of, but I've never watched their stuff much. But I know what you're talking about, and I agree. There's appreciation of absolutely crass and silliness at the same time with very highbrow theater-like a comedy. That is true.
Yeah,
you're thinking that in Norway, the more popular genre of comedy is somewhere stuck in the middle. That's samey or predictable, but not quite go to the lens of being quite extreme on either side.
Exactly. It's just been comedy here for longer. No, the stand-up came in the 80s or something to Norway, and here it was even music hall and vaudeville was a big tradition here.
Yeah.
Whereas music is more in Norway and Iceland. There's much more musicians, but not so many comedians. Until now, though, it's happening.
Okay.
So now it's just me, Thor Stenhaug, and Daniel outside of Norway. And then in Norway now it's booming.
I thought you really exaggerated the boring and rural or countryside character.
I guess I do, yeah.
In the way that your accent is so much stronger on stage. You think you just tune it a little bit. It's a massive difference.
Is it really?
Yeah, because the first time I met you was as Spank. It's not a sex club, by the way. It's a show in Edinburgh. We did it last year.
And it ran for 20 years, and last year was the last year.
Yeah, we terminated it.
Yeah.
To a lucky comic. But we talked briefly backstage. You went on stage later, and I noticed your accent was vastly different on and off stage. And I verified again at your show at Bill Murray very recently. And once again, your accent was so much stronger on stage.
I noticed when I looked a little bit that it drops off a little bit later in the show because I start and then if they laugh, I'm like, oh, so happy, you know? And then when I start talking a bit more, it becomes more like just me.
Because you forgot to resume that level of exaggeration or it's just...
Yeah, maybe. I don't want to exaggerate it that much though, but yeah.
It links back to my original question, why did you decide to be a Norwegian clown rather than just a clown? I don't know whether there's a debate in the clowning world whether you should have a universal character or it's fine to have a specific character. But you did explain that since you face the actual natural restriction in terms of you can't erase your accent fully. We can't hide the fact that our vocabulary is not as big a native speaker and we couldn't riff as fast as native speaker who might as well own up the fact that we are foreign and then play around. So turn disadvantage into advantage. That was your thinking.
Absolutely.
But you did it so much. I don't think you just flop it. You went so much the other way.
That they believe it's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was so
I'll take that
comical.
note and I will change. Thank you.
You don't have to. I was curious in your
I agree. I've heard this before.
thought process.
I heard this before. But clowns, you know, like Philippe say, the clown, he's from nowhere and everywhere.
Oh my God.
He has a strange accent.
I don't know what clowning really is. I look up, and pardon me for this very stupid source, because this is definition on Wikipedia. Per Wikipedia, it says a clown is a person who performs comedy and arts in a state of open-mindedness, using physical comedy, typically while wearing distinct makeup or costuming, and reversing folkway norms. And the reason I'm quoting this is the mentioning of physical comedy. And in my old impression, when I did some workshop with some other clowning act, they rarely spoke.
So I haven't spoken much lately either here. So
yes, but you do decide to incorporate you speaking, and when you do speak, you put on that stronger accent, right?
Yeah.
Has it ever been part of your consideration to be a mute comedian, not speaking at all?
Yeah, I did a mime show in Edinburgh called Viggo the Viking, and I just it was supposed to be a mime show, but I ended up speaking a lot.
How many shows in did you give up not speaking?
3.
Okay, that's an effort.
Yeah.
Basically, the previews.
Yeah.
Is it your itchiness, the urge you need to speak up, or?
It's because I did 3 shows with my director in Norway, and then I went to Iceland and performed for 6 people in Iceland. And when you just mimed for 40 minutes, and you have like 2 of the people from the venue and then 4 Icelandic people sitting there, I was just like, I just had to speak to them, like, do you see what I'm miming here? And then they laughed, and then I kept a little bit of that stuff.
Okay.
So I'm now doing a stand-up show, Club Comedian, where I'm clowning around a lot.
Yeah, that's one of my questions.
Because in Edinburgh, when you saw it, I think I started speaking, but in Edinburgh, I had some times when it was like 20, 25 minutes without talking. In a stand-up show.
So when you first came to Edinburgh Fringe, you had a character called Pepito.
Wow, you did your research.
I never got to see it. I saw Zack's solo show, and you guys weren't performing much, so I really regretted not having seen you. And thank God. Okay, so this is a question. I couldn't find you in the brochure of 2016, though. Did you apply too late? So, for example, I can see your entry here. This is the Viggo Venn Pepito 2017. You did it again.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see you in a 16.
I think 16 we were in cabaret. We weren't in comedy, something like that.
See, this is the question, right? Because you are not sure of your genre.
Yeah, exactly. We are. And that's the problem of being a clown, is that you're not really welcome on the stand-up circuit, but not really welcome in the theater either.
This is so
But you can do both.
This is so interesting. I think a lot of comedians who do stand-up would not understand the struggle. Imagine if you try to register a show. For us, it's not even a thought. You just tick without thinking you are a comedy. As a clown, you can be in potentially children's show, cabaret and variety, and there's a dance and theater, and there's comedy.
And theater, yeah.
I look it up. So you had these successive different characters. You had Pepito, you were doing the Vikings, right?
Pepito was just me, though.
Just you.
Same as now, it's just me.
And club comedian, because you describe club comedian as a stand-up comedy show, which involved clowning. So you reverse the structure and the genre.
Yeah.
One was the primary, one was secondary, and you kind of change their percentage. At least to you.
I don't understand what you're talking about, but yes, I agree.
I'm saying that before you were more of a clown, doing a clowning show with some other technique or skills.
Yeah.
But in your mind, you knew very clearly this show you did in Edinburgh, and now you're doing it again in London. So it was clear to you that this show is a stand-up comedy show with some clowning skills involved. You see that the reverse of...
I did a mime show when I ended up speaking, and now the idea was to do a stand-up show where I end up doing clown. Like I go inside the balloon and all.
Okay, let me say it this way. So club comedian has a more specific theme. I think you were mocking or joking on people who want to become a comedian, and you are the silly guy who probably is not self-aware, or you're joking about all the comics around you, and so you make fun of their bad habit, of their self-grandiose attitude. They overthink how hilarious they are actually on.
No, I think you're overanalyzing. This is just me trying to be funny.
But what I'm saying,
I love all the comics I've seen, just I can't do it, I can't do stand-up. I'm so bad at it.
But you were doing stand-up.
Yeah, a little bit.
In and out.
But yeah, I'm trying, but just ends up being silly though.
Yeah, because what I think this show I watched, Club Comedian, is one of the funniest shows I've watched this year. Without a doubt. So funny. Really, really funny. It's funny because you are just unpredictable. I don't know what you're going to do next. I mean, you may have a loose structure. This is the first act, this is the second bit. But in the bit, there's a lot of improvising and riffing and interaction with the audience. So when a show is so funny, I don't need to have a very tight structure to have a purpose, The whole point is about being silly and being a fool. And that's it. That's all that you want. But here, that's what is written by this guy. Viggo has come up with a bunch of ideas, stuck them all together, and called it a show, just like they did in the old day. And I thought, but why is the problem with that? You made me laugh without me wanting to check my watch throughout the whole hour, and that's rare for an hour-long comedy show.
Right. My friend John Luke Roberts, I was like, oh, sorry, John Luke, there has no structure. And he was like, you have people in hysterics for an hour. That's what you want in a comedy show. So thank you for that. But I am constantly trying to get this beautiful show out that I know I have inside me.
Yeah.
And the next one, I'm going to embrace it fully. I'm going to call it Clown, the next show.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop trying to be anything else than what I am, you know? And I just thought about one thing. Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Do you think we are related, by the way? Because your name is Kuan-wen and mine is Viggo Venn. We could be related.
No, we are not. Norway didn't even colonize Taiwan, and I don't think any of my great grandma has been such.
You might say that about your grandma, but she was a slut. Let me tell you that. Hello, your grandma.
Delusion.
Kuai. Stand that? Hung Kuai.
Kuai.
Cute. Your grandma.
Yes.
Is cute.
No.
She slept with my grandfather.
No.
Yes, she did. She's a big
wouldn't.
Whore.
No, she would have complained your grandfather being too hairy. I mean, he didn't.
I noticed, by the way, that you beep out the swear words in this podcast.
Yes. But that's not because I care about the clean label. I just think the act of beeping out is hilarious.
I agree.
It's such a usual part of daily. Yes, and to go to great lengths. I'll just cut the whole bit out. You're not gonna have any of that. I'll keep one in, and it's just for your purpose.
This is such a typical I just say that this podcast has been absolutely.
Okay, why did you want to train to be a clown?
Yeah, I was trying to do stand-up in Norway, and then it was so bad. So bad. So, and I had this guy, he held a course, a stand-up course in Norway, and he told me, like, you have good, how do you say, glint in your eye? Like... Spark in your eye, yeah. But your jokes are shit.
Oh.
So then I decided to kind of do more of that and less of that. And then me and my friend, one night we were drunk after a show. It was like 4 a.m. in the morning, and we've heard about the Fringe, you know, that you have the brochures over here. We decided to go, and we went. My mind was blown of how much different types of comedy it was here. I was like, whoa. And then a Norwegian comic, he told me, you should go see this guy, Dr. Brown. And I was like, okay. And he said, he's a clown. And then my friend was like, I am not seeing a clown. Bit like you, hate clowns.
I don't hate clowns. I admire them.
Okay.
I think clowns are the most courageous, the bravest performer, because you have to be
without material? Or?
No. You have to actively embrace rejection and shame and turn it into part of your act.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
And it doesn't work like that with comedy actor or stand-up comedian. A lot of it would just try to, sometimes when they are so insecure, they will even lash out and take it out on the audience when their joke don't work. But the truth is, you're the performer. It doesn't work, it's up to you. But only clowns had to actively acknowledge they've been shit on stage and then turn them again into the butt of the joke. So I think clowns are the bravest performance in the sort of comedy realm.
And when you share that failure, then you get this like deep human laugh instead of a clever head laugh. That's what I saw in Edinburgh as well. When I saw the clown show, I was like laughing down here and I didn't understand why, you know. And then after that, I just had, it was stuck in my head.
So the roadmap was you wanted to do something that make you shy and be funny on stage. Stand-up didn't quite work. You were introduced to the world of Fringe. And the one specific show, Dr. Brown, that you went to see really inspired you.
Yeah, it didn't just inspire me. I was just laughing hard. Like I haven't laughed before since I was a kid. It's just like, you know. And
maybe just because you've been living in Norway for your whole life. That's such a bitch.
That's it. Finally, you understood Norway's boring. This podcast has been really successful for me, selling that Norway is really boring.
No, this is funny because generally anyone, even Scandinavian performer, try to portray and perpetrate the stereotype that Scandinavian people don't have a sense of humor. But when you hear, Icelandic comic Ari
ldiot.
Yeah. In his joke, there is a level of difference that even within Scandinavia or the Nordic country, they are even more boring one than the other ones.
Yeah.
There's some comedian who are the purist, and they really think the only stand-up comedy is to be worshipped. And whether you play music, you do physical comedy, or use props, then you are less of an act. I completely disagree with those sort of people.
Well, if you want stand-up to just be stand-up, I think that's reasonable. It's cool to just you and the microphone. But like, it comes from this old, like clowning is just can make an 8-year-old guy in Germany laugh and a 5-year-old in Taiwan. No?
And how pure do you want to be? If you are so pure, should you have any intonation? If you're so pure, you shouldn't even move your eyebrow. Because you're just supposed to speak. You shouldn't even raise your eyebrows.
Right.
You're not supposed to act out.
I think the eyebrow is the ultimate, because me and Zack in our show, we had one bit in the double act when we're standing completely still and I just look at Zack and that gets a laugh. Just my eyeballs looking to the right. The biggest laugh in the show, God, that was something big, but we were so proud that we got a laugh just with the eyes.
Yeah, because I only learned to use other parts of my body quite lately. So I have this joke about people are sick of pandemic joke, but I started by saying, ironically, I don't mean to say that a pandemic that kills millions of people is a good thing. I have a long pause. So initially I thought if I say this ironically with a long pause, that should be enough.
Yeah.
People will get me. And in one of the show, maybe triggered by the crowd sort of premature clapping, I just raised my eyebrows.
Yeah.
And then get a second laugh.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I forget I could also use my facial expression. So ever since I've been using that, and that always get a bigger laugh than just the ironic tone.
Cool, yeah.
So what I'm saying, if stand-up come purist, surely they just be tied up there like a mummy without their face move at all and talk for 1 hour, right? If you're that strict about no acting out, then you're not supposed to have any facial expression either.
You
so
know,
just all bollocks.
like the best comics, they act out, they're big, their eyes. I have a theory that, clown is a clown because they break the fourth wall as opposed to theater, no?
Mm-hmm.
And what the stand-up comedians do, they talk directly to the audience. So in a way, stand-up is the modern clown, I think, no? Because they do break the fourth wall, speak directly to the audience.
I think stand-up has that casual element to it.
Yeah,
you don't feel like you need to dress up.
girl.
You need to behave in a certain way, like in a theater.
Yeah.
It's just like, I can just pop in. I can have this relationship with the performer, just like a man I'm talking to at a pub. And that casual nature really lowers people's guard, and they then feel they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Whereas that when you go to see a show, you feel like, it's a fun night out, but I feel like there's so much preparation work I need to do to get myself into a suitable state as a spectator, and that's the part that puts people off, I suppose. We're drifting too far. So you went to train with Philippe Gaulier, and why? So you basically hop on the plane, fly to another country to be trained as an entertainer. Why so drastic? It's like, I'm not having this toxic Norwegian boredom energy contaminating me anymore, and then go elsewhere.
Actually, I did a workshop with someone, Mick Barnfather, and then I met an old lawyer who did this course, and he said, if you like this stuff, you should go see the source. And that's when I was like, what? Wait, what? What are you talking about? He's like, there's a guy who's still alive. A French guy, he's like 78 years old, and he was part of a school called Lecoq, but Lecoq has died, and this is like the only left living guy who teaches this. So that's why I went home and worked for a year, and then finally I went there, and it's true. He's
and that's where you met
special.
your old show partner, Zack.
Yeah, and my actual partner, Julia Masley.
Yes.
And she did the show Legs. Have you heard about this? She did a whole hour leg-based comedy. I know, so stupid.
No, but it's a high concept. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How did it go from being part of a double act to, because you've always tried to do a bit solo show on the side.
Yeah, or first we were double act, and then we both developed a solo show on the side, yeah.
So there's no sort of little mix kind of...
Little mix? What do you mean?
It pretend to be friends for so many years, and eventually when the breakout happened, ugly as...
No, we're still good friends.
How to perform as part of double act? Because you first have to coordinate your rehearsal time, right? Or
we never rehearsed.
Oh.
Yeah, just on stage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is beautiful, though.
Do you even
just with the
discuss
audience.
like a vague theme, or it's the bullet point, the key, like a loose structure?
Oh, yeah. We are. It's highly structured, but it looks like it's just improvised, because it was in the beginning.
Okay.
So, but then we find what works and like a stand-up, no?
You see, the way you're talking now, if I can just cut the initial accent, you claim to be authentic, but your accent is so much lighter than your initial bit, the first 10 minutes you're talking. And that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm more comfortable now, maybe.
Is it?
Okay, maybe. I've been thinking about one thing though. Your name is Kuan-wen and I'm Viggo Venn. We might be related, you know that?
Is this a clowning technique? You keep referring to the running gag, which is not funny. I mean, Julian's like, when can I get out of this recording? I'm just like...
Actually, do you know what Venn means? My last name, Venn. You know what it means?
No.
Friend. In Norwegian, it's the actual word friend.
Really?
So when you go to Oslo and you say, I'm Kuan-wen, it sounds like you're saying, hey, I'm Kuan friend.
What am I supposed to say to this? Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being Kuan-wen.
That is my cue. Say, could you just kill this joke, please? Okay, so...
Can you say, du er?
Du er?
Du er min?
Du er min?
Du er min venn.
What does that mean?
Du er min venn.
Du er min venn.
You are my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I pronounce the mean quite well. I really feel my Chinese accent sticking out when I pronounce the third word. Du er min venn.
Kuan-wen, du er min venn. Kuan-wen, you are my friend.
I almost say danke. I remember that's not your language.
Say danke.
That's the language of the country that invaded Norway. What does it feel to be? Oh, you were not the only one. Denmark was invaded by Germany too, right?
But they successfully invaded Norway, though. They took it all. Except the king. He went to London.
But you still give the UK a Christmas tree every year.
Yeah, we do. Wow, you've done your research.
It's because Thor mentioned that. This is the actual.
I'm leaving. I do not.
All right, stop moving. Come back. We only have less than 10 minutes. This is just Julian. This is the only clown invited, and I promise there won't be another.
See you later. Come on, you are. Du er ikke min venn.
Honestly, we have about 8 minutes to wrap up, so I really need you back at this stack, please.
Okay, you better not mention Thor. I hope this never gets cut, by the way.
No, I just get a trailer every time I mention Zora into one promotional clip. I don't even know, because I got so many things. I was like...
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You did the clown workshop?
Never.
Ah, okay. I thought you said you did some comedy.
No, I did the Soho Theatre Comedy Lab. I think it's pretty much stand-up based, but the tutor who led us was improv based. So we had a lot of training from both sides. But I remember there was this one guy called Connor, and he was a clown. I remember every time we do something, everyone just like 2 or 3 minutes. His stuff would always really crack me up, but his approach was completely different from everyone else. Always testing the limits, how far he can go. And just think that there's no more he can push further through this.
Yeah.
And he tried. Occasionally he failed, but when it was really, really funny.
Yeah, that's it though. When you push past the failure, it's something really
But the
scary
only
and
reason
funny.
I knew a bit about clowning, I know where to look up, is when I listened to Stuart Goldsmith's Concon podcast, Comedian's Comedian.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that he used to be a clown. Some of the guests he interviewed also went to Philippe Gaulier's course.
Like us.
Yeah, but one say that I just don't get it. I'm not meant to be a clown. I don't think, when the guy told you that when you say you're a joke, we're not funny when you started, it could really be Norway though. Like, you just need to get out of Norway and try to work. I mean, it's great you have the clowning skills, but they shouldn't limit you.
I think my verbal jokes here are pretty bad.
No, everyone...
I've tried the same joke here 6 times. You know what? We might be brothers.
We just... Look at Julian.
Some guy is shaking
Julian's
his
okay.
head.
It's about 6 minutes
Norway,
left. We are
shaking your
getting
head
out of
means-
this soon. I promise you.
Kuan-wen, in Norway, this means when you shake your head and look down, it means this guy is really clever. Really good jokes.
Okay, the idea is everyone started shit. You need stage time to evolve. And also, no one nails their stage persona that early.
I made the sound guy laugh. Did you see Kuan-wen on my bad joke?
It's a lot of desperation, and it's a bit of torture to him. I mean, it's not the kind of laugh you should go for. If anything, I want it to be more. Yeah, I don't want him to be afraid of being the tech guy for the next session. He has always enjoyed every single one apart from today. But you know what?
This might be his favorite episode.
So you don't know, because now
If you cut out all of my jokes about we being brothers,
you will.
I will make another podcast with only that joke. With you as a guest.
Be my guest.
I am your guest, and I'm here now telling you we are brothers, Kuan-wen. Your grandmother, she might have had a little trip to Norway.
You are too tall to be a member of my family. I'm the tallest already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Very interesting.
Okay. So I'm saying that now you kind of found your voice, your stage persona, and
No, I haven't found it. I'm still searching so
no,
much.
but what I'm saying that your jokes won't really work unless they offers like a point of view specific to you, and people know who you are on stage, and no one had that when they started out. So the fact that it didn't work when you started out in Norway, it shouldn't be the deciding factor whether you can do stand-up comedy or not. That's just my view.
Yeah, not true.
We literally run out of time.
Oh, nice. Say hello to your family, and if they look like me, then
This
you know
is such
why.
a mixed bag of recording. I don't know how
we
to
might be brothers. You heard it here first.
Okay, how can we find you on social media? And also, you're doing the Club Comedian Show next year again, right?
Yes,
So
and
you
the
want to
show
put-
called The Clown.
The Cloud Clowns, because I think this will be aired closer to end of winter or springtime 2023. So you can put those dates in, please.
Cool, yeah. Go to my website, Viggo Venn, VIGGOVENN.com, and then there it is. Clown workshops and my shows and everything.
Have you realized your name is very close to the ticketing website that's full of scam and fraudsters?
Wait, what? Say that again?
Vigo and Viagogo, right? Viagogo.
Viagogo.
Yeah.
Viagogo Venn.
Maybe you should
That's
be.
a good,
You should put in a prop like costume, so you are the Viagogo, and jump on stage and dance. Wake me up, Viagogo.
I mean, that's a genius. We're talking here. No, this is clown. I am for sure doing that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You know, if anything, after I listened to it, I said, oh my God, maybe I should do the Philippe Gaulier course before he dies, because it sounds like any time soon is imminent. But no, it'd be a nice reason to live in France. For how long does it take to do the course?
He does like shorter week courses. I'm teaching in that one. I'm teaching the movement. In that one. So
I want to
you
go
can
to
see
the
me.
source.
No, but he is teaching, but we're doing the movement before his class. Yeah. But the whole thing is 2 years.
Oh, you're part of the teaching staff, basically.
Yeah. In the shorter courses, yeah.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna ask you more about our recording. That's being our mixed bag of a guest, the most unpredictable one.
This has been the best podcast ever.
Viggo Venn. Thank you.
My brother.